Hello, everybody. Welcome. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, you guys, happy Saturday night and welcome back to Dustin and Michelle. That was really funny. I was like, quick, make sure we have our phones off. And he's like, And as soon as the camera went on, it went blink. And I was
Hey,
like,
that's live for you guys. Woo, here we go.
so welcome back. I hope everybody's doing well.
hmm Yeah, oh my gosh, we are back into the swing of things once again after a nice, wonderful vacation.
Yeah, we had a
On
really
the
nice
beach.
on the beach. It was just three full days, but it was perfect. And you guys know, as being resellers, that taking time off is so difficult. So we were blessed and thankful and grateful. We had 3 full days and 2 days of travel. So yeah, and we're back. And
Yes.
what did we just decide when we were on our way home? We decided that we were gonna do this at least every 3 months.
Oh, right. Yeah, try to get out there and
Do
relax
it.
and
No,
rejuvenate.
we're
Yeah.
going to get out there every 3 months. It's just, I feel like such a fun jump start back into things since we're home.
I know, geez. So we're getting back into the swing of things now, and this is our first live show back. So we thought we'd do something that we know quite a bit about, is sporting goods, because oh my gosh, guys, sporting goods is such a huge category. All right, now just about everybody's kids, right, including our own, play sports.
Yes.
And in order to play sports, this is not necessarily something that you want. Okay, sporting goods is almost a need. You need that protective equipment to go and play hockey, and that stuff isn't cheap.
No, it is so expensive. In fact, it's part of it is that's what prevents kids from being able to even play, because the ice time is so expensive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, when we're talking about hockey, there's ice time. To suit up all the different protective gear that you need is just ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
When I played back in the day, I played hockey and baseball. I bowled. I played a little bit of basketball. What did you play, honey?
It kills me that he was a bowling team championship or something twice in the state, or I don't know what it was.
Yes.
Oh, I was so super sporty. Oh my gosh. I played varsity softball for I guess the 3 out of 4 years in school, but basketball was my game, and I played basketball for about 13 years, and I actually received a small scholarship to a state school in Michigan to play, but ended up out here in good old New York when I graduated. So yeah.
Yeah, wow. Well, congratulations on the scholarship. That's pretty amazing. Cool. But your life went off in a completely different direction, and I'm sure you're not regretting anything. So
well, we're all right where we're supposed to be. So exactly. I feel pretty good about being here.
Exactly. So when we get back to sporting goods, so we both play sports. Our kids play sports. Your kids probably play sports, and you probably know how expensive it is to keep them playing sports. So when it comes to sporting goods, this is something that people look for. They want, the kids grow out of this stuff. They want to find something much cheaper, and buying it used on eBay is a really good option. I've been selling sporting goods on eBay for years now, and I've never seen a hockey helmet that I haven't sold on. So
I haven't met one.
Yeah, I haven't met one yet. So keep that in mind, guys. Sporting goods it's just an excellent thing to get into. And if you know sports pretty well, you're gonna, it's easy to handle for you. You know what you're looking at for the most part.
I love this show because we've discussed this before, and learning about these types of sporting items are great for me, because I used to be scared to go up to all of the houses with just the kids stuff, because I'm not into baby clothes and things like that. But now there's a whole other group of things that I will go up and look for now. So yeah, I can't wait to get to the rest of this video, because it's super helpful.
Yeah, like you said, you see all that, you see bunch of like kids toys and stuff, but behind those kids toys might be the hockey equipment or the soccer equipment, the baseball gloves, all that kind of stuff.
Or even just ask, hey Jeff, do you have any more kids stuff or whatever, and usually they're happy to get rid of it. Holy moly, right?
Well, that, yeah, you ask for video games if they have any video games behind the
True.
counter, and then you can also ask, do you have any good sporting equipment that you're getting rid of?
There you go. Have
So-
the bases covered. No pun intended.
Oh, good one, honey. That's good.
It was wide open. I had to.
So with that one, we should start talking a little bit about baseball and gloves.
Yeah.
Baseball gloves are something that we sell all the time. We did a live show on it probably 8 months ago or something on, the ins and outs of selling baseball gloves and how profitable they can be, especially because you get them at yard sales for like $1 or $2.
I'm just laughing because it's the only thing I bring home because I'm learning, right? So every time I see one, I'm like, so I stick them all and I'm like, look at them. And I told you, I take this, and it's so easy, but I just don't want to, I don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah,
so
just ask,
It's so funny. It's like, how many baseball bats did you get this time, Michelle? I'm like,
well,
3.
Hey, you brought home like 3 baseball gloves one day. And
yeah,
2 of them were really good ones, like $40, $50 gloves. And one of them, I listed these actually today, 3 gloves, and one of them sold within an hour.
Yay.
I mean, holy cow. And it was busted. The lacing was off. And I basically described that, like it was an on-field repair with the lacing in between the pinky and the ring finger.
Incredible.
And, yeah. And it's still sold, $20.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, a busted glove even sells really, really fast. So type in those model numbers of the baseball gloves. You're not going to be,
that's the way to kind of like discover, get it specifically which one you're looking at by the serial number. Obviously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that goes with, just about any other.
That goes with Coach Purses.
Coach Purses, yeah.
Or whoever, right? Gucci.
Yeah. Type in the model number, see what it's worth.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's just, it's not just with, the major sports like football, baseball, hockey, basketball, golf, all of these other smaller, I don't want to say smaller sports, but individual sports that aren't as prevalent is, like tennis, snowboarding, and skiing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Snowboarding, skiing. How many snow boots?
Snowboarding boots have we sold?
We've sold quite a
recently,
few.
If you remember.
The little retro pair?
Yeah. The Vans. If you remember us finding a bunch of them for free. And we washed them up and we sold them pretty quickly. On one of our sold videos, we showed you a couple.
Yeah.
That was sold, like $50 for a used pair of boots.
But but they were really freaking cool.
There were some really cool ones.
There were some,
I mean, even any brand, any decent brand.
But no, they were free.
Free, you can't beat the buy cost on that.
No, you can't.
Right. Also, even like biking, motorsports, bicycle parts. I don't know how many bicycle seats I've sold.
Bowling. We just got you these really you should see these super cool bowling shoes.
Yeah, you'll remember us finding those on a video. I believe on a Savers video. We found those like neon green bowling shoes that are still going to sell for, $20, $30.
Like around here somewhere. I just saw them and I was like, oh my gosh, those are so fun. We have to go bowling.
I know. I can't wait to go bowling with those shoes.
Oh my gosh. I can't wait to watch you go bowling with those shoes on. That's my man.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'll do my best with the bowling.
Okay.
We're going to go sometime. It's going to be fun. Not to mention, even, hunting and fishing are considered sporting goods. It's a different type of sporting goods. But again, people are looking for that stuff.
There are people looking for tons of that stuff. That's like my world growing up, the hunting and the fishing and the fly fishing and the equipment and the vests that you have to wear when you go fly fishing. All of these things are costly, so costly. Yeah, I mean, even the feathers that they use that you buy to make the lures. It's a whole little process. My dad used to do it. So super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My dad, yes, he was all into fishing and hunting, and I remember going with him all the time too. Just such a good time.
Yeah.
Especially living in Minnesota where there's plenty of area to do all that fun stuff. In Michigan too, I imagine.
Oh yeah, totally. Lots of fishing and stuff where I'm from. Yeah, the coast area.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Okay.
let's give you some examples from the eBay price guide on how some of these things sell here. So we'll start off with one piece of hockey equipment. Now, this is just a general area. This is one thing of hockey equipment, and that's
Right.
shin guards. All right.
Ouch.
I know. Even with soccer, you were saying that, shins.
Oh,
You got to protect your shins in some of those sports.
man, turned me off. Soccer in 4th grade had to be the most painful shin moment of my life. And from then on, I was like, nope.
Yeah, even in inline skating, I had some shin guards on because we were, jumping on handrails and just banging the crap out of our shins all the time. So shin guards, people love them. And especially in hockey, they are a necessity, okay? People are slapping pucks at you 100 miles an hour. So sometimes you can't get out of the way of that. So you need just about every part of your body covered. And look at this. To cover the bottom part of your legs, somebody's paying $175 for these shin guards.
Wow.
Now, these are used. And we'll keep in mind that it says 265 results for hockey shin guards have sold in the past 90 days. Meaning that 3 pairs of hockey shin guards, sell on eBay every single day. So that's pretty good, So we're looking here, we're going down, and we're seeing that a lot of these are the same ones here, the CCM jet speeds.
I was going to say, I see CCM, very prevalent. It's a very prevalent brand up at the top. It is,
especially for hockey. And we'll see that this particular shin guard goes for at least $100, $125. We'll keep on going down. I haven't sold any for that much, but if you get into some of the vintage ones, people really like those, especially the gloves and the helmets. People love that vintage stuff.
It also seems that there's a lot in the $75 range, $65 range.
Yep.
Some CCM stuff still in that range too. So
yeah,
sounds like they have a wide variety available to look at as far as
absolutely. Yeah. And some of these might only go for like $20 plus shipping, but still these are really easy to ship. You can put them in a poly mailer. I mean, like I said, people are slapping pucks at these things. Nothing is going to happen in the mail. Okay.
Yeah, right. So. we make it look nice.
We're going to make it look nice.
Yeah, but then we're going to send it on its way.
But don't worry about it breaking.
Right. It's a big boy.
Yes, exactly. So that is just one instance. Now, it costs to play hockey. It costs at least $50 just to cover half of your leg. So to suit up in hockey, it's very expensive, and parents are going to want to, do this as least expensive as possible, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, especially if you have more than one child, which is what most people have.
Yeah, imagine sending 2 kids to hockey camp.
Oh boy, oh boy.
So the thing is also this is such a huge market that you can go and you can take these used goods and you can go into a physical store and they will buy used goods from you. That's how big of a market sporting goods is. There's still Play It Again Sports out there. Maybe there's some other sort of stores like that, but Play It Again is a fairly national one that you can find. And they're going to give you money for your used goods. You can see me doing 2 videos. I did one on winter sporting goods, and I did one on the spring sporting goods. Taking this stuff into Play It Again. It's been in my eBay store perhaps for the last season. So it's seen its true season on eBay. And before, I'm going to let it sit there for another year. Why not bring it to Play It Again, dump it out, get rid of this inventory for new inventory, and get some cash right on the spot.
Oh, you're preaching to the choir. I feel like that about my Poshmark store. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's
another story.
and that's another store that you can go into and sell used goods to.
Yeah.
That's just how big of a market, clothing is. Everybody needs it. Again, sporting goods are almost more of a need than a want.
Yeah. But people still like to go into a physical store and look at the Play It Again sports stuff, right?
Sure. Make sure that things fit correctly. Is another reason that you'd want to go in, to buy a pair of hockey skates or something.
That's why those physical stores are so important.
Absolutely. So let's take another look here. We got some more examples of some things that are going to sell really fast. Now, this is football helmets, guys. Now we're going to look at the numbers here because we typed in football helmet. We searched for used football helmets on eBay, and it shows that 11,000 results have sold. 11,000 used football helmets have sold on eBay in the past 90 days. That means 100 to 120 sell every single day on eBay. Now that gives you some pretty good chances that, if you throw a used helmet, it's going to sell pretty quick.
I just can't get over this stinky sweat factor. It's like sticking your head in someone's armpit or something, like,
right.
Ew.
Yeah.
How do you, what?
I get that, and I think
Ew.
still when it comes down to it, okay, now we'll see a bunch of these helmets here are like going for like $700 to $1,000. A lot of these are like already logoed, maybe some of them are signed and official, but a lot of this is just a normal helmet here, right here, $650. And even if it is a little bit stinky and sweaty, the thing is that football helmet brand new is going to be probably like $1,000. So if you want to get a can of, that, what do you call it? Aerosol disinfectant.
No, an herbal disinfectant.
Oh, I'm sorry. Herbal disinfectant, not aerosol. I'm sorry. Oh, you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, no, I'm just don't want to spray bleach or anything on the inside of there.
No. But some disinfectant, you can very easily clean it.
Rubbing alcohol, vinegar. Yep.
Yeah, that's, use a soft cloth, get all that, like hair out of there or whatever. And, make it smell and look nice. And somebody's going to want to buy it for you for much less. Now, even brand new helmets can go for, $300-$400 in the youth size, in the adult size.
The Lions.
Oh, yeah.
Go Detroit.
Go Detroit. Now, like I said, they can go for $300 to $500 brand new. So why not pay $120 for a used one, for your kid?
Mm-hmm.
And just disinfect it, clean it up really good. So that's why that works. And again, 120 used football helmets sell every single day on eBay. So
that's impressive.
Yeah. And again, I've never met a football helmet that hasn't sold.
Okay, that's good. Good.
So helmets, especially the protective gear within these sports, are really good to pick up.
It's so funny because the only thing that I can sort of, it's like some people don't like to buy used baby car seats, right? Because they're worried that something's wrong with the car seat and if it's defective and they get into, the whole thing.
Yep.
So I would have thought that helmets would have been the same kind of thing. Like, have they been crunched in the wrong place? Okay. How do you know if there's damage to it?
Right. No, that's a very valid point. And usually there are stamps on most of the helmets. Now, if you look, there's like an expiration date that they need to be like recertified. So even if they're not recertified, I guess you're taking a bit of a chance. But usually stamped on the helmet is when they were produced and when they expire.
Oh.
So that is sort of helps with your concern there as far as buying used stuff. Cool. Again, it's not like a car frame, I guess, where, if it's compromised.
Yeah. I mean, people are so, we love our little babies so much. We want everything to be brand spanking new, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we'll get a little nervous about car seats, I imagine.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm. There's, some things that you don't want to, skimp on, I guess.
Yeah.
So let's check out one other example of some things that will sell really well for you once you find them. And that is in the golf world. Let's check out golf shoes. I mean, golf is such a awesome sport. Like if you play it, you know what you're talking about when it comes to the equipment. If you don't know what you're talking about, people know that you don't know what you're talking about.
Can I tell them about my short idea?
Oh, well, the golf clubs, honey. Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh yeah. No. It's like it's perfect with what you were saying.
Oh yeah.
Because it made me realize, and I was going to do a short on, 3 things to look for when you're out shopping for, golf clubs or something like that. And Dustin and I were discussing it, and I just had no idea how specific things were. And the more I started to learn, the more I started feeling intimidated by it.
Yeah.
And Dustin and I had a good conversation. He's like, yeah, Michelle. He's like, people who golf, like they know their stuff. And I'm like, okay. So maybe I have to think of another, whatever. But it's
Absolutely
Fly
no.
fishing is the same way. Did you know that?
Fly fishing. I mean,
Yes,
you
the
can.
special weights and the kind of feathers and the different colors and the seasons change. It's amazing.
Oh,
It's a cool sport.
absolutely. I mean, you can boil any sport down to a science, and people do.
Yeah.
And the equipment is no exception. It's constantly changing with technology.
Right.
And that's in golf especially. It's constantly changing and constantly being outdated, like clubs and stuff like that. So if you know what you're talking about with clubs, you can make some really good money. I've sold plenty of golf clubs online, but that's just knowing like you said, maybe like the 3 basic brands to look out for. And if they look modern and in still good shape, look them up. But otherwise, golf clubs are very, very, very specific. But when it comes to shoes, check this out.
Yeah.
Golf shoes. Wow, look at these vintage FootJoys. Now these don't
FootJoy.
Yeah,
I love it. I remember them.
They're probably one of the more popular golf shoes, and these here are vintage. Some of them go for like $300-$400. Check that out.
Oh my gosh.
Now I've sold plenty of golf shoes in my day as well, and you don't need any special expertise in those. They're shoes.
They're white. Most of them are white.
Most of them are white.
Okay.
But you don't need a whole lot of specialty. If you know how to sell shoes, you know how to sell golf shoes.
Sure.
So most FootJoys and those are going to go for around $30 to $50, like $20 to like $50, depending on again the model number and how good a condition they're in. So some of these are going to be like this red and white wingtip pair here.
I like the ones that are different colors. I saw a few of them on there.
Right. Yeah. So
rad.
Yeah. So obviously, something like that's going to go for a little bit more, especially if it's vintage. And FootJoy. They have Jordan golf shoes are going for a couple $100. Tiger Woods golf shoes, same thing.
Oh yeah.
Again, look for that FootJoy brand, and you're going to have at least a $20 pair of shoes if it's good, in good condition.
If they have a funny looking wingtip, if you look at them and you're just like, those are a little weird, maybe snatch them up, because these wingtip ones can get kind of funky when it comes to the designs for golf. And sometimes you might even overlook them.
For sure.
It's so.
Right. And, golf is a very expensive sport too. So, if you know what you're looking at, or, you're willing to just really dig in and figure it out, definitely get into golfing equipment. Hockey equipment is also very expensive. Any sporting equipment, any sport, really. People not only want it, but like I said, it's more of a need.
Is there something like that you would say that maybe you would always like skip when it comes to looking for sports stuff? Is there anything that you'd be like, 99% of the time you're like, no.
Well, I mean, when it comes to like, say like baseballs or golf balls, tennis balls, you don't want to sell those like on their own. But if you find a collection of them, you can sell them in a lot or something like that. But I mean, generally, the smaller stuff, the things you really want to look for the most are the protective equipment, because that's a need.
Right.
And, like just like a basketball or a football, some vintage ones go for, good money. But in general, those things, I can generally skip over balls, the balls that are used to play, because they're a little more common. And unless they're vintage and special, maybe check them out.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, hon. Definitely spontaneous question.
Yeah, for the most part, it's just those smaller things. You don't want to pick up a tennis headband or something that's used, because it's not worth more than $10 anyway. So
yeah.
That kind of thing. So in general, when you find those sporting goods, pick them up. Pick them up and look them up. You might find that they're going to sell fast and for some decent money.
Yeah, especially mitts.
I love selling baseball gloves. I'm going to say that. You'll hear me say it all the time.
Me too.
If I could sell nothing but baseball gloves,
right,
I think I would.
I have my head in a million directions when I'm running into a place with you, honey. You go to your section, I go to my section, but I always know what a baseball glove looks like, so that's what I snatch up, and then I go and check out the vintage towels in Grandma's room. So, but it's a baseball; they're easy for me to spot, at least.
Yeah, everybody knows what those look
And
like.
we've sold a ton of baseball bats too.
Baseball bats, yeah,
Ton.
for hundreds of dollars down to
The
20
composite
plus shipping.
ones.
The composite
Yeah.
baseball bats are awesome.
I remember that from our video.
Yep, they make the thud when you flick them instead of a ting. You want to hear the dunk.
Dead, like the
Yeah,
dead
like
bunk.
the dead thud. All right, guys. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it gives you some ideas on this awesome category. And we
Yeah.
hope it starts making you some really good money, because it's made us money all the time.
Yeah, and I hope it inspires some of you guys to go up to those houses with a billion, bazillion, quadrillion kids things when you normally would skip it like me.
Right.
There could be some gems to be found.
Right. Sporting goods, vintage toys. Never judge those yard sale books by the covers. Always get up in there and check them out.
As always, guys, if you like the content that we create, if you enjoy spending time with us, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll always know when we are going to pop on and share some fun, new, and exciting educational info.
Mm-hmm. And you'll always know when we're going to pop on for sure by Saturday night. We're always on at 8.
We're on 8 o'clock every night.
8 o'clock. And that's our Tuesday video. 8 o'clock, we do a thrifting or retail arbitrage or something out there.
Yeah.
We'll do our what sold videos on Thursday, where we show you everything that is sold for that past weekend, and give you an idea again of what's selling.
Yeah, and plus you get to see Elmer and Forrest, so and Luna.
Yep, McSniff and Lick and Luna. And Pico, who has yet to make an appearance in one of the videos, I think, our other cat. So.
Yeah, it's a whole nother story. But thank you again, guys. We hope you have a fantastic week of sales, and we can't wait to see you next Saturday night for another fantastic show, right?
Absolutely. We'll see you then. And before that, even. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.